What is up, everyone? Welcome to Very Real Tournament, a comedy battle cast where we pit two very real opponents against each other in a very real fight. This week, I just fucking lied to you. We're not doing two opponents. We're doing something special this week. My brother Nick is out. Baby Watch 2018 is officially over. So we are doing the very first, very real 3-for-all. This week, it's a rock-off, guys. We have three...
I'm gonna get my rocks off.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson characters. We have Sarge from Doom. Roadblock from G.I. Joe Retaliation. Yes. Versus Hobbs from the Fast and the Furious franchise. I'm your host, Joey Potter.
I'm Zach Kerr.
Butler Carter.
And it's about to get very real. Alright, everyone. The hostile takeover continues, slowly but surely, for me to rip the reins fully away and cut Nick out entirely from this podcast.
Uh-oh.
I mean, you both are complicit. You're here. You know what's happening.
Yeah.
You were on last week's podcast. You knew what this was.
I'm giving up.
Man, he's got a baby.
But yes, honestly, congratulations to my brother having his child.
Good job, Nick.
Good job, just Nick.
Just
no one
Nick.
else.
Right.
Definitely not his wife.
Blair, Nick, you really did it this time. You really fought hard.
You did a really good job having that entire whole baby by yourself.
Right.
Right, yeah. But yeah, she's happy and healthy. Little baby Quinn.
Aww.
They'll probably be coming home around Thursday.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah.
Shout out to Blair though.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Actual shout out to Blair.
We were
She
goofing
actually
for a
had
minute.
the
Yeah,
baby.
she was the baby haver.
Nick was there.
Right.
Was present.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He probably, had a hurt hand by the end of it. I don't know, but
I don't know either.
right. It's a thing, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, more importantly, I'm an uncle now.
Woo
Right.
woo!
Which
Uncle Club.
no,
I'm an uncle too.
go away.
Oh,
Okay.
damn it.
We're talking about me, Zach. This
Is that
is
your
my
title, though,
podcast.
Joey?
This is my podcast.
Is your title Uncle?
No, it's Dragon.
Okay.
Oh,
I thought
it
I'd
was
heard
Crunkle.
mention.
Crunkle? No,
Yeah.
I'm Dragon.
I'd heard in the wind that you might be Dragon.
It's a deep Friends reference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Joey works at Monica's restaurant and has all of the crew call him Dragon.
Oh.
Yes. So I pulled that out of my ass.
Because your name's Joey.
And it stuck really fast. And
Good.
so I am locked into Dragon for all eternity.
All right.
So are
There's
you going
worse
to be
things.
Dragon Joey? Is that what they're going to...
No,
Little Quinn's
Uncle
gonna call
Dragon.
you? Uncle Dragon.
Uncle Dragon.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So it replaced
Joey
your name.
Dragon? That sounds like a sweet martial artist.
Yeah.
No, I
This
thought
is
you were
true.
cutting out the word uncle and replacing it with dragon.
That's
I don't know
what
if
I
we
thought
can
as
avoid
well.
that. But
I'm Uncle Boober.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. That's...
You look like a boober.
Well, I mean, that's what my
Joey looks
brother
like a
and
dragon.
sister
Yeah, I
called me
definitely
my
look
whole life.
Like a dragon.
I'm just Uncle Butt and Uncle Butler.
But yeah, this is
Definitely Uncle Butt.
Uncle Butt.
Unk Butt.
You're not
For
Uncle
sure.
Ingram.
No. They all call me Butler.
Yeah, if you
But
guys
I'm not
didn't
actually
know.
an uncle.
If you guys
Wait,
didn't know,
wait, what
Butler's
about-
real name is Ingram.
What
Right.
about Uncle Ingy?
No. There's cousins that call me Ingy, but yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Meh.
But no, this was
hope you
a
don't like those cuts.
this was a monumentous
I don't
occasion in
dislike
my
it.
life because the first time I held something small.
In general?
Yeah.
Or...
There's
Yep.
a dick joke there, but I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, we're talking about babies, Butler.
Yeah.
Right. That's why I kept away from it.
But
Didn't
no, I
still
don't,
mention
it.
I don't really have any like baby cousins or anything like that. I guess I've held a dog at some point. I don't know. Probably
Yeah.
not.
I mean,
I've had to like throw a cat off me before.
it's horrifying.
It's the same.
Yeah, it was horrifying. I didn't want to move. My elbow got real tired.
Yeah.
I was scared.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
scary when they're that
Yeah.
small.
I held some baby cousins when I was younger. But then when my sister had her baby back in December, it was just as horrifying.
Right.
Because it was like, oh, this one's real fresh.
Dude, I went to the movies last night, right? And there's these two kids, probably like, I don't know, they could both fucking walk. I don't know. It was probably like
between 3 and 10.
Age.
A very small toddler and maybe a slightly bigger toddler, maybe like a middle of the road child.
Middle-aged child.
Was walking through the parking lot holding his brother by like his knees, like upside down. And the kid was just like laughing, and I was just like, that's the scariest thing I've ever fucking seen in my life.
Right.
Opened the door to the movie theater with his fucking brother just like hanging.
This kid's kind of strong.
Yeah. The kid was just
He's
laughing
gonna be a
away.
bodybuilder.
Sounds like my brother and sister did.
He could be The Rock someday.
Speaking of which, let's get into this fight. We have 3 Rock characters, most of them obscure.
I mean, Roadblock. He's not that.
I didn't know he was fucking Roadblock.
I feel like the second G.I. Joe movie definitely did better than the first.
Yeah. What's interesting about this fight of Sarge versus Roadblock versus Hobbs is we have the not super jacked Rock, who's kind of like getting into the movie foray with Doom. Mm-hmm. Then these 2 movies that you guys had to watch.
He was a big boy.
Not only was he fucking Jack Supreme, he was like the franchise fixer for that like 3 years. Yeah. They were like, we don't know what to do with this franchise. Throw the Rock in it.
We got this action movie, and we feel like we could add something into it. And that's when Rock would walk in the room.
It was just bizarre because he hadn't really done that much prior, like to really like have like this renowned acting name.
It was a slow and steady climb, and everybody was like, "This guy is so fucking charming." And then
I guess so.
He was in everything, and now we think he's less charming. He's trying to run for president.
But he's also in every fucking movie on the planet.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He's still being thrown into franchises, but not like he's trying to start them, not fix them.
Right.
I really hope Rampage does become a franchise. I want The Rock to eventually become the Rampage monster.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah, it'd be the dopest.
Yeah.
And then they make a video game where you can be The Rock fighting against dinosaurs. Same Rampage, right?
It's not dinosaurs, but
There were dinosaurs.
No.
In the arcade game?
There's a giant lizard.
You might have been confusing the lizard with like a T-Rex or something.
Yeah, and a giant
because a giant lizard kind of probably looks like a fucking T-Rex.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
But okay, so let's get into it. I had to watch Doom.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't like awful. It honestly was like charming in a lot of ways. Like not a whole lot of CGI was used. A lot of like
Oh really?
Yeah, a lot of the imps were pretty like practical effects. And a lot of the the sets and stuff like they had like nano walls and some explosions and stuff. But
yeah.
Plus, The Rock was in it.
The Rock was in it.
He's super charming.
He was not so charming in this one.
Oh, no.
He played the commanding officer of his squad of mostly single syllable named squad. He was the leader of the Rapid Response Tactical Squad, the RRTS.
I was trying to find like a clever thing there, but it's just the RRTS.
Yeah.
It's an RTS.
But yeah, we got Sarge, we got Mac, we got Duke, the Kid, Destroyer.
Was the Kid the youngest one?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Was he like 11?
Yeah. It was it was like Power Rangers Turbo.
Nice.
Where they just bring in a child and it's like, look, it's relatable to children now. It's
right.
like,
what?
I don't want to see some dumbass kid
get
fighting
murdered
putties.
by demons.
Yeah. Then we have Goat.
Greatest of all time.
Reaper, which is Carl Urban's character, who's actually the main character.
Yeah, and then later he was in a video game, right?
Yeah.
But that's bad. That's a bad joke.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Right.
And then
I'm
we
glad
have
you recognized it.
Portman. That's not a code name. He just didn't get a nickname. He was kind of a douchebag.
Well, that's probably why he didn't get a nickname.
Yeah, he didn't earn it.
I feel like if this movie was made a little bit later, The Rock would have came in and saved it. You know what I mean? If this was done in like 2012, like
yeah,
he was like the franchise fixer, probably would have Probably not. I don't know.
That movie would have had a totally different outcome with The Rock just like
Yeah.
eating demons, probably, or something.
Right.
But yeah, it's just, it's not even that bad. It's just boring.
Yeah.
It's just them like walking through hallways and occasionally an imp like tries to fight them.
That's spooky.
Like a little imp.
Yeah. I
But-
don't know how familiar you guys are with the Doom games. I'm not.
Very.
Did the
not.
imps shoot their tongue out to infect people?
Not that I can recall.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
That does
did in the
not
movie?
that's not ringing any bells.
Yeah, in the movie, the imp would shoot its tongue out and dig into your neck
Gross.
and infect you because in this movie, it's not a portal to hell.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you remember that. It's not a portal to hell. They're just on Mars doing gene therapy,
Oh.
trying to unlock or create the 24th chromosome.
You know, I do appreciate that now in 2018 we've gotten to the point where it's just like, come on, make it a portal to hell.
Yeah.
It's like we're no longer at the point where like, well, we got to explain this with science. It's like, no, fuck that. This is a movie.
Yeah.
We don't need it to make sense.
So the facility on Mars was metaphorical hell.
Did they ever say welcome to hell?
Maybe, but it's about the facility, you know?
Gotcha.
And
Because in my movie they did.
but yeah, it's just like why? And like the demons, the imps and whatnot, it's if you're a monster on the inside,
Oh my god.
you become a monster on the outside.
Of
And the good people
course.
become superheroes. Just like super dudes.
So it's kind of like Shallow Hal. Or if you're bad on the inside, you're really ugly, and if you're good on the inside, you're really pretty.
Beautiful. Yeah.
That's exactly it, brother.
That's how it works.
reference.
So it's Shallow Hal too.
Yeah.
Okay.
On Mars.
Right.
But yeah, Sarge himself, to get into his kind of prowess, he's obviously, you know, a military kind of dude. They're basically like space Navy SEALs,
Yeah.
you know. He in his arsenal, he's got his assault rifle. They don't really call it anything else. And then he's got the BFG.
Now, does that stand for Big Funny Gun?
In the movie, it was Big Force Gun.
Oh, okay.
Even though that movie was a hard R.
That's
Why
weird.
didn't they just go for it?
I don't know. The Rock.
Once again,
Sarge, when he walks in and like grabs a gun, he does say "big fucking gun."
All right,
Oh,
so they
well,
nod to
They
it
kind of do
even
it.
more.
Another weird nod. I actually thought when this was kind of charming. The lead scientist at the facility is Dr. Carmack.
Oh.
Butler, does that name ring a bell for you?
Do anything
It's
for you?
after John Carmack.
John Carmack, yeah.
Who is the creator or one of the co-creators of id Software. They did all the Quakes and the Dooms
Oh,
and
okay.
all that.
That's fair.
Missed opportunity though. Probably should have just been played by John Carmack.
Yeah, and throw him a line or
I
something.
don't know if he had any interest in that, but he was just like a scientist dude that was there for a little bit, so it didn't need like a high profile actor or
Yeah.
anything. Rosamund Pike is also in this movie. Yeah, totally weird. But yeah, he's got the big fucking gun, and he becomes a demon at the end.
Oh,
So,
goodness.
so we're fighting against a demon.
Yeah, kind of.
So
Well, no,
what's-
a monster because it's not actually hell.
So what is this? What's this demon's powers?
So he's got like a 10-foot vertical. He can just hop and leap everywhere. He
Word.
can bend steel bars.
Okay.
It's a very weird trait, but sure.
Well, he wraps steel bars around him as like a brass knuckle.
Oh,
kind of
okay.
thing.
Okay.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and he can like punch you across the room.
Huh.
So yeah, we got this like stir crazed demon sergeant.
Okay. Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Demons, steel knuckles. I was gonna say steel brass knuckles, but that's kind
Yeah.
of
So,
redundant.
just so I
Doesn't make
understand
sense.
how you're entering the fight, are you entering straight demon, or are you coming in the rock?
Probably for the sake of time. Probably like post-infection, pre-transformation.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, can he use the BFG
Yeah.
While in
total,
Demon?
Yeah, he's totally
okay.
like sentient
Okay.
and whatnot.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder why. Why don't you watch Doom all the time?
Right.
Well, it was my yearly go-to
family
movie until the one time I actually saw it. So
It's like, man, I can tell this is gonna be my go-to movie forever.
I watched it and I came out sorely disappointed.
Right.
Changed my life.
All right, who wants to go next? What do we got?
I think Roadblock could go next.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Roadblock, played by The Rock, as we've established.
The RoadRock.
The RoadRock, yeah. He comes out with a pretty cool little gadget in the first scene, and I'm mostly going to be talking about his weaponry because
Yeah.
he's not a
He's
demon.
a dude.
Right, he's a dude. He's a pretty buff dude, but
Super buff.
I didn't know a whole lot about the GI Joes going into this. I played with the toys as a kid, but I mean,
Yeah, we're a
Who paid
tad too
attention?
young for
Right.
GI Joe. That's more like mid '80s.
right. So I didn't know if these characters have like powers, abilities,
Yeah.
going into it really. So in the first scene, he's got some laser gloves and he melts a fence to go inside it. And I was like, cool, he's got laser gloves, and then that's never mentioned again. But I'm bringing it
Yeah.
because you've got steel beam bending ability, and I've got steel
Beam
melting
melting
ability.
ability.
And so
Whoa, dude.
right there,
That's a direct counter.
right, right. So as far as his physical ability, he
Is jacked AF.
well, because he's The Rock, yeah.
Yeah.
But he mentions that he basically grew up in a fighting ring.
Yeah.
Like it started out, he just was like getting his ass whooped, and then he liked it so much
As
that,
like an infant?
yeah, just right out of the womb,
Wow.
Zach. He was just getting his ass beat, and somehow
Yeah,
he
the
survived.
doctors are just like,
Well,
all right, fucking put him up. Let's.
But I'm saying,
rock.
I
I was
think-
they do start by spanking the baby,
Yeah.
I'm sure
Right,
everybody's crying.
and that was it.
Okay,
Instead
that
of
was a shitty
spanking,
joke,
they
I'm
just
sorry.
punched him.
Oh no.
So you said he liked it. He liked
He-
getting
he-
his ass whooped.
Yeah, he liked just getting beat
Like-
down,
like a
And he's-
masochist?
I guess. I mean, he doesn't really like go into the psychological explanation of why, or his psychiatrist isn't there to tell us.
So when
why.
Sarge punches him in the stomach, he's gonna get a boner.
It's assumed. So he liked it, and so he just kept on doing it, kept on getting his ass whooped until he was no longer getting his ass whooped, and he was whooping everybody's ass.
Yeah.
and
And then he got really sad because that's not what he liked.
No, he did. Still liked it. Both sides. So he's a masochist and a sadist.
All right. Yeah.
Ooh.
So he,
Kind of sounds like a demon.
yeah, he's a demon. So no, so he basically fought the whole street, he said, until the GI Joes came and recruited him.
Just from the womb to being like a 35-year-old man, just fighting day in and
this
day
scenario,
out,
yes.
and then just got scooped up by the GI Joe.
By,
God,
like
he must have
a beam.
smelled so bad. Never had a job, didn't have a home,
Yeah.
just fighting people nonstop.
Right.
They-
So another ability he has is street connection.
All right.
Because at one point they lose everything, and he goes to the street where he grew up, and goes and lives in that place where he grew, that ring where he grew up. Yeah, that's like their base of operations.
Sweet.
Right, and the only point that they really give for that even happening is so that they get a truck.
Just like a pickup truck.
Yeah, it's like a.
FedEx truck.
I want to say it's like a Cadillac truck. The Cadillac.
Escalade.
It's not an Escalade. The one where it's chopped off in the back. What's that called?
It's still an Escalade. I don't know what the... It's
We're
still
not
an
car
Escalade.
people. We're not car people.
Truck.
Yeah, it's a truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I know what a truck is.
All right. Sorry about that, everyone. We had some technical difficulties. Hopefully it wasn't too abrupt of a cut, but Butler's computer ran out of disk space.
Oops. Butler's
just-
a gamer.
I looked over and the screen was flashing, and then all of a sudden I see a message pop up. I was like, what's that?
Yeah, listened back to it, and the computer was literally screaming in our ears.
Yeah,
it was
it was
delicious.
upset. It was upset.
But yeah, continue on with
Okay, so-
the RoadRock's abilities and armory.
So next up on the list of Roadblock
The
tools,
RoadRock.
RoadRock tools, sorry, is a tank. And this tank It's not just a normal tank. It's kind of like an APC.
An APC, you say, Butler?
Where did I get that? It's like I've been forward in time. So it's super fast, but kind of resembles a tank. I think they call it a tank. But it's got,
fuck it.
It's got
it's a movie.
because this is G.I. Joe. But it looks kind of futuristic-y. Right. Good. Thank you. That was a good contribution to my part of the show. It's got some rockets on it, so he's like taking out other tanks with it. So
Actual tanks or other APC-like tanks?
other APC-like tanks that don't have as cool of weapons.
Oh, obviously.
Right, because they weren't supplied by Bruce Willis. So he also has an airboat at one point.
Sweet.
It's not necessarily
like a fan
his
boat?
airboat.
Is that like a hovercraft?
Yeah.
Or
Like a fan boat.
So like a swamp fan boat type
Yeah,
thing?
but it's really fast and a little futury.
one of them gator boats.
Right, but they put like the black metal on the side so it looks like it's from the future.
They should have called this movie Fast and Futurey.
Yeah. Fast and slightly in the future. Yeah.
I'm very happy they didn't.
Right. And that has a mounted machine gun that he's able to use while driving, which is cool.
Whoa, dude, he's like one-handed.
Right.
Is he getting blown at the same time? Like, Jesus. How much...
Yeah, he's always getting blown when he does any of his scenes. Yeah.
It's a very vulgar movie.
Right. Now, the last thing I want to mention is a sweet scene between him and Firefly, who he fights a couple times during the
with
movie.
Nathan Fillion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He fights the whole... Yeah.
He's just
punching right through it.
Yeah.
No.
incredible.
So there's a guy named Firefly. I'm not going to go into him. He's
Please
pretty
do.
cool. Do you want me to?
I need it.
Yeah.
Okay. So Firefly uses fireflies.
I've had enough.
I was actually kind of interested, but...
He does. They explode though.
Oh, sweet.
And that'll lead me to something I want to talk about later. But this scene is sweet because they both have dual pistols and they have like a sweet, like, what did you call it, Joey?
Gun kata.
Right. Fight where they're hitting each other with the pistols, and the pistols are going off, and they're both trying to shoot each other. And I don't think either of them actually shoots each other. But
Some John Wick stuff.
Yeah.
kind of, yeah. Only
bit
where
of
both parties
Gun kata.
have a dual
Equilibrium.
pistol, and
Yeah.
it's neat. It's a neat little scene.
Yeah. You've actually... I might go watch this movie.
It's not bad. It really isn't.
I kind of feel it.
And I think the reason I liked it is because I haven't watched just like a good old fashioned action movie in quite some time, and it didn't, I went into it thinking it was corny and came out of it thinking, I was entertained.
Yeah.
So,
But it was corny.
well, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with corny.
It was a little corny.
Yeah, just understand what you're watching.
Right.
Not
Yeah,
look
yeah.
too deep.
But it had some really nice action scenes.
Like, just prime your expectations.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the first Transformers movie, not that bad because it's just like thin plot, robots fighting.
Right.
But then they get like offensive where they just make like bad character mistakes, like
Was
with
it
the twins.
Third one? Is that the third one or the second?
The second one was the worst, where there was just like a bunch of like dick and ball jokes and the bad like weed brownie joke and like
just really racist characters.
yeah, like that. That's what
Right.
made that movie that much worse.
They tried to
like
add
the first
more.
one, but also Transformers 2 has the best scene in any of the series, the fight in the forest.
No, that was in 2.
That was in 2. That's what I'm saying. It's the worst Transformers movie and has the
I
best
thought you were saying
scene.
Transformers 1 had the best scene.
Yeah,
No,
that scene was
Transformers 2 had the best scene in the entire franchise in the worst movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I can't speak that far into the Transformers franchise
can't
because I
either.
think I stopped watching
I've seen
it
all of them.
3 or 4.
I've seen all of
I think
them.
I stopped
okay.
at 2.
3
I took a little cousin to see
was
it.
just so long.
And he 3,
Maybe
yeah,
I
that's
saw
what we saw. And in my little cousin, who was like, I don't know, 10 when it came out, he was like, "This movie's too long."
Yeah, it was like 2 hour. It was over 2.5 hours.
It was nearly 3 hours.
Linkin Park played at least 7 or 8 times during
So-
that movie.
Zach, your character's Megatron?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Anyway,
The Rock versus Megatron. Double Rock.
Megatron.
Right.
Yeah.
and a rock.
And a rock.
That's a
The
Nick
country.
C.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, the country.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
going
yeah.
for an actual
The whole country.
a geode.
Right.
No, my rock is Luke Hobbs, which you might know from. Let me get the naming conventions right. Fast 5,
Yep.
Fast and Furious 6, Furious 7, and F8, Fate of the Furious.
Thanks for clearing that last one up.
Yeah, it's just like stick with one.
No, I'm
Like,
glad
have
that they
fun
have the
with it.
balls to just do it. Because how much money did Furious 7 make? Like over $1 billion?
Obscene. Yeah, I mean, what's his? I can't remember. Walker died,
Yeah.
which very sad. I saw 7 in theaters.
Paul.
But again,
Paul.
I don't
I was
think
gonna say Scott, and I was like, that's not right.
I don't think like the international box office really was like, we got to go see this for Paul.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's-
America was
but
at least.
it makes
but no,
all of
these
its money
movies do like,
overseas.
yeah, they
Yeah.
do buku bucks overseas.
Yeah.
But no. So my rock is Hobbs. He's basically a secret agent. He's first recruited to take care of the Fast and Furious team.
Do they have a name? Do they like
it's
get a
like
name?
Dom's crew. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, that's kind of like
that's
from
about
the
it.
first one
Yeah.
on. Yeah. You think with how wacky that it got, they would give him a fucking name.
I mean, they probably do, and I probably overlooked it. Oh well.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Who looked more buff? Was it
It's absolutely The Rock.
Okay.
There's no question whatsoever.
okay? So he was the bigger boy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he was the bigger man. Vin Diesel, he was the big boy.
The big boy.
Okay.
All right.
The
That's
Rock
fair.
was a man.
All right. So
Anyways,
what can this Hobbs do?
He's secret agent. He's just like stupid fucking strong. Like can pick up people that weigh like 300 pounds, and it's just like, "Ugh, nothing. That was it. I lifted a pillow. Oh, whoops!
Does he
It
pick
was
up any-
Carl.
It was
Does
Carl.
he pick up any rocks in this movie? In these movies?
No,
Oh damn!
that would be
He didn't pick up a rock and then look at the camera.
wink. No, and he's basically impervious to bullets and explosions. I don't think he was ever hit with a bullet, and he got shot at a lot. Which
Maybe
is
he
just, like,
was. It just didn't
good on
do
him.
anything.
Either that or he can dodge bullets, maybe.
He was about 10 feet away from a massive explosive that blew the entire floor of a building just out, just gone.
Yeah.
He got launched from the window. This was 4 stories up. He landed on a car, and he was like, nah, I'm good. Later ripped off his cast, because whatever. Who cares about doctors? He's can drive anything. He's got his like main weapon, which is a Smith & Wesson 629 competitor revolver.
That's pretty sweet.
Chambered in a 44 Magnum. He loves that one. But he also uses a grenade launcher, a minigun, multiple types of assault rifles, and also cars as weapons.
Right.
He doesn't throw them. He drives them.
You sure he
No.
doesn't throw him? Can he throw a car?
Well, he can punch a dent in a car, and if we're really going to get into the weapons he like puts his hands on and uses, there's a torpedo from a submarine.
Right.
I don't think he gets that.
If we're gonna go that route, though,
Like we're
He
giving
does
him that.
aim it.
if we're going that route, I have tools too.
Oh, and he has access to
World-destroying
like
toys.
2 or 3 APCs
Yeah,
at any
I-
given time.
What's funny is when I went to go watch Doom, I was like, I'm probably going to have to use Sarge pre-Demon.
Right, but then you realize
Then I realized that I almost have to use
If you-
post-Demon and will still probably lose.
Yeah, if you want to stand up to Luke Hobbs in Fast and the Furious,
Roadblock.
RoadRock.
just good luck.
Sorry. Damn.
In Fast and Furious 6, I think they call him Captain America, the Hulk, and Thor. Because, the Avengers had come out and that was cool.
Yeah.
It
It sounds like he really lives up to his name, The Rock, in this movie.
Yes, and also, he's the rock of his family.
Whoa.
Yeah,
he's a
it's-
family
look at
man?
that! Look at that tie-in right there.
Wow.
He loves his daughter very much, and he is her youth league soccer coach. I just wanted to throw that in there. Wanted
Nice.
you guys to know.
See, my character though is the Rock of the G.I. Joe team. When their leader Duke, codename Duke, dies.
Oh, there's a Duke in my movie.
I know. I heard that earlier, and I was like, "Oh, Duke, I don't want to
Do you
jump
guys
in
both
on
have-
Joey's
He
conversation?
tries to fuck Rosamund Pike while they're dissecting a demon.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Well, my Duke is played by Channing Tatum, and he
most
dies.
handsome.
Yeah, I mean he dies. Spoilers.
How does he
for
die?
me.
He gets blowed up.
Oh, okay.
Right. He saves another one of the characters that survives the situation. There's only
Does he-
3 survivors of the situation. I don't want to go into the whole situation.
Yeah.
Does he look at the camera before he's blowed up? Like whoops.
Nope.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
No. A rocket hits a car behind him, and he's dead.
Blew out.
Then he's dead. And so The Rock and Lady J and Flint survived the situation by jumping into a well and then scaling out back to back to back after the
that's sweet.
situation. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, so they survive, and then he's the leader of the G.I. Joes, which at this point is 2 other people.
Well, there's another instance where Hobbs becomes the Rock of his group.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right.
When Dom becomes a traitor
Oh.
and fate
Oh
of
yeah,
the
they're like,
furious.
sure. Let's
Who
fucking
else?
do that.
Who else has to get the team together? But Hobbs.
All
That's
right.
it. That's all I got.
Okay, cool.
We can go on.
So yeah, he's a leader. I don't know how that's gonna play into this. Maybe he's gonna like talk Hobbs into killing the demon, so that he doesn't
Or
have to.
maybe-
with
Well,
his
you work
leadership
for
skills.
the U.S. government, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, same.
right. But highest ranking, pretty much.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
I work for the.
I'm running
my,
for
my
president.
rock.
I'm sorry, Hobbs is running for president.
Oh.
My rock is also a leader because his name is Sarge.
Right. He plays a good leadership role.
Yeah. Except in this movie, in my movie, he's the bad guy.
Yeah. Whoops.
He's like all super level headed, and then all of a sudden he's like, "We have to kill everyone on this station."
Because he's infected, or just because
It's just like a turn.
No, because turns out he's a fucking corporate stooge and doesn't believe in doing the right thing and only believes in taking orders.
Oh.
He executes the kid because the kid didn't want to kill a closet full of people.
That's
Well,
not the
my
rock,
rock
I know.
can't be corrupted.
My
he
rock
stands for America.
Right.
is the type of man that the ends justify the means, but not like that.
Yeah, no, he just killed everyone except Rosamund Pike for some reason.
I
I don't even know. Is that how you say your name?
I don't know.
It's like Rosamund. Like that's how it's spelled out.
I'm not a name guy.
All right.
Nah.
I'm going to keep saying it though.
That
Okay.
sounds good to me.
Gone
Good.
Girl was an excellent
We can
movie.
we can fix it in post. If,
Okay.
no big deal.
Right.
No, I have to fix it in post.
Yeah,
Right.
You can fix it in post.
Right. I'm not gonna fix it in post.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fix this whole conversation in post.
But all right, let's get into this fight. Let's talk about the setting of this. I'm in space. Where are you guys at?
I think the Fast and Furious crew gets sent on a mission to space.
I feel like that's going to be 9.
Yeah. If it isn't, I'm very upset.
I'm mostly in the desert and then in Washington D.C.
The nondescript desert in
they,
Washington D.C.
They name it, but I'm sorry. Didn't write that note down.
Could he go to space though?
I mean, I think he's capable. Like he's in a time period where space travel is probably pretty common.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's the Fast and the Futurey.
Oh.
Yeah, we're a little
forgot.
bit in the future, and there's some cool ass space stations that can destroy the world. So
Well, yeah.
I assume you can get to
Okay, so we're gonna fly up to the space station.
I don't even know where it is because,
Quick question.
yeah.
Do either of your characters save the whole world?
Yes.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Technically, yes.
Because mine does.
I think at least 3 times.
Okay.
Hobbs has saved the entire world.
Because Cobra's just going to blow it all up.
the crew.
And he actually blows up London. London's gone. You see it.
Oh, it's gone now?
Well, in the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, because that was in the first one, right?
I got scared.
No, I watched it get blowed up.
Yeah,
In the second one.
I might be thinking of France or Paris.
France, the whole country.
Something. They had a weird like chemical bomb in the first G.I. Joe.
This one
and I
was
remember
like
it melting a structure, and
The
I'm pretty sure
Eiffel
it was the
Tower.
Eiffel Tower.
This one was pretty cool. What they do, sorry, I'm just going to jump into it real quick, is they make everyone shoot up all their nuclear missiles by him first shooting off all of his nuclear missiles, like all of America's, because they take over the president, whatever.
They take over the president.
They become the president. One of the characters is a master of disguise, and he,
Dana Carvey?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Second Master Disguise reference in this podcast.
Good. So he fires all of the nukes
Turtle.
at this meeting with all the nuclear powers. Don't do that.
Turtle.
Right. So then they all fire their nukes.
Yeah.
And then he says, "Oh, well, I'm going to be the bigger guy," and cancels his nukes and blows them up in midair. So then they all have to cancel theirs. So boom, nuclear proliferation done.
Whoa.
Then,
He JK'd him.
right, now that they don't
Well,
have any
gotcha.
nukes, he says, "Well, I got these space stations up in the air that are ready to drop these huge beam things that for some reason
sick.
blow up whole, like,
Cities.
right,
Just
without
like
any
energy
nuclear
weapons.
fallout.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not nuclear.
the-
They're just it's just like a gravity bomb, basically.
I buy
Doesn't
it.
make sense.
I buy it 100%.
There wasn't. I didn't watch it like with a scientist next to me explaining why it couldn't happen. I was just like, yeah, I'm there. Yeah.
don't
Yes, hello,
If you
scientist.
drop
believe
something
this.
fast enough, it's gonna blow up a whole.
You're
planet.
out of this fight. That doesn't make sense. All right, Joey.
Hello, scientist. I need you to come over and watch G.I. Joe Retaliation with
Right.
me.
Point out all the flaws.
Is there an Uber service for that?
Right. Yeah.
They bring you a
It's
scientist?
like $20.
Oh, that's not bad.
Right.
I wish I would have a scientist
And
sit
then
next to me
like
while I was watching
$5 an hour that he has to sit with you.
Doom. Yeah.
It was an hour and 20 minutes, or an hour and 50 minutes. So
Okay. I was like, hour
40
20,
bucks.
holy shit.
That's nothing.
yeah.
But okay, so you guys are coming up to space
Yep.
because that is the last known.
And because this is under the guise of Fast and Furious, I got like 400 cars in the space station ship that I'm flying up there with.
Oh, sure.
That's just
I don't know
it
how
goes.
you're going to be able to drive a car.
I'm just riding an
in,
airboat.
like the
To space.
like in a space station.
Well, he drives them everywhere, so it's what he's good at.
It's like you keep taking sunglasses off and there's more under. He just keeps getting out of cars and there's
Right.
he's perpetually in a car.
Infinite cars.
Yeah.
Well, that I didn't bring this up earlier, but this is actually one of his special abilities. He can, the whole Fast and Furious crew can speak to each other when their cars are right next to each other and they're going like 80 miles an hour and the windows are up. And they can all hear each other just fine.
So he has superhuman hearing, is what you're telling me. Him and the whole crew.
Yeah, I guess that would be the
Alright.
best way to explain it.
Yeah, or maybe a comm system. Who knows? But
could
all right,
be.
so The Rock is in a nondescript space station. I think it's over Earth. There's a space station on Mars. They go through a wibbly wobbly
Wormhole?
jelly that sucks them to the space station above Earth. And The Rock's just losing his mind, I guess. He's just fucking raged out. He's got his brass knuckle, steel knuckle things.
He's about to be Mr. Demon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So that's your setup and Zach's setup. Mine, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what
He
I
rides
didn't
a
see
gravity
space
beam
travel.
back into space.
It wasn't a beam. It was just like a big piece of fucking metal with some explosion in it, I guess. I don't know. Like, it hit the surface and then just shit rippled and blew apart.
It's like what is it? A railgun.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to ride a rail. I'm going to get there in moments.
Just a reverse railgun up to it.
Except it was based on gravity, so that doesn't work. I'm just going to ride on a rocket.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure. I
Sounds
bet it's-
good.
Yeah.
Does it
I'm
look-
going to get there.
Is it like fast and kind of futury?
Yeah.
All right.
Shut up.
Yeah. It looks a little bit more advanced than any rocket you've seen.
Yeah, like slightly.
Wouldn't-
yeah.
And
Wouldn't
I'm
it-
firing it from my tank.
So wait, are you saying that Fast and Furious 9 should be fast and futurist?
No, futury.
That sounds like it's like
That makes sense,
they're
though.
against future, like
Yeah.
the futurists.
Fast and the Futurist. It's just a futurist.
They're very
yeah,
quickly
that's
becoming
the new,
anti-future.
the new crew member is a futurist.
It's Neil deGrasse Tyson. Everybody, welcome. Welcome, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I thought wouldn't a futurist be like against future, or would they?
No.
Okay, yeah. I'm thinking like a
dingus.
racist, like
No.
You just put ist on something and it's bad.
yeah.
No. That's a Luddite.
Okay.
Flat earther.
Yeah.
Also, probably a Luddite too.
Dude, I bet by the end of this fight, one of the rocks will know whether or not the earth is flat.
Yeah.
Womp, womp,
Definite.
womp.
Yeah.
All right, so we're up in the space stations.
Yeah. And everybody's brain melts because they see two different versions of himself.
Okay, true. Okay, fight over. All right.
See you guys.
Right.
Did it.
Are we going to team up? Are Hobbs and
No.
Roadblock?
I'm murdering you.
Against the demon? We're both U.S. government agents.
I mean, I guess it makes sense, but not in this very real tournament.
Yeah, it's not.
shit.
You're just like
I'm just trying to work against Joey here.
our food podcast. You're
Yeah,
betraying
yeah.
the nature of what this is.
My rock wants to work with your rock.
Oh, yeah?
Let's do this.
Okay.
Wait, no. I can cut all of you out of this podcast, okay?
It'll just be the Joey Talks podcast.
Yeah.
Joey talks. Okay, so you're rocking your steel hands, and
Yeah.
I'm rocking my laser hands, and so
And he's in a fucking car.
And
he's just riding around the space station,
Well,
top
even if I-
speed.
even
in
if
a car.
I'm not in a car, it is displayed multiple times that Hobbs can just run people through walls.
But again, I need to know what kind of wall, like.
Like your wall, like
Right, but do you think there's any like drywall on the space station?
I don't
know.
think that the
No.
space station's
Why?
made of drywall.
I think it's made of a lot, like a lot of metal,
maybe they have
hard
some
plastics.
rooms with drywall.
I don't think so.
They have a nano wall.
Well, look, he can punch dents in cars, like no big deal.
Well, he needs to be watching where he's punching because he might kill all of us.
So just a quick aside, these nano walls on the space station,
Let's talk about those.
I don't understand their purpose because they call them nano walls, not like nano doors. They're like just kind of like
Wibbly wobbly.
wibbly. I didn't want to
Energy
use
fields?
it again. Just little like wibbly wobbly force field things that you can move through, and then it can become solid.
Okay.
What?
Why?
Oh,
And why call them wall? They're doors. It's like in the middle of a hallway. I don't know. I think it was for the gimmick so shit could get stuck inside of it, but
Right.
oh, well,
it's
yeah.
just weird.
Which obviously we're gonna use.
Yeah. A
Let's
little
not use
little fun fact: the imps, most of them were played by Doug Jones.
Isn't he every monster ever in every movie forever?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So another scene setter. Are the imps like? Are we in a room secluded of the imps, or a location,
I think.
or are they
they're
running around
all
fucking shit up?
They're all around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is gonna be no problem from for Hobbs because he's got his
He fights
trusty.
imps in the movies.
Well, no, he's got his trusty Magnum.
Yeah.
He's an excellent shot, proven by the fact he ramped off a car and then was able to shoot it 6 times while in the air in a car going like 60 miles an hour.
Did he fan the hammer, or you just bang, 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 bang?
He's a bang boy.
Well, if you want to get into marksmanship, at one point during Roadblock, what do you keep calling him?
RoadRock.
RoadRock. I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's not that hard though.
Right. All right. So at one point, him and Channing Tatum, before Channing Tatum dies, an
Rest in
unfortunate
peace.
death. Right. R.I.P. Yeah. They're doing a little shoot off to like one of them has to take care of the other one's kids kind of thing. If they shoot the fire off of a candle on top of a cupcake.
It's like that sweet scene in Mass Effect 3 where you're sitting up there with Garrus. You're like taking sniper shots.
It's just like that. Yeah, sure.
Yep, that's it.
So Channing Tatum goes to take a shot with his Scar, the classic assault rifle,
Yeah.
Scar. And when he goes to fire the shot, the Rock interrupts him and he misses. So then the Rock picks up a 50 caliber machine gun, like big mounted machine gun off the table, and shoots it 3 times and knocks it off the pole, and he wins.
I feel like
So,
you cheated.
if you want to talk about marksmanship,
Not Roadblock.
I just told a long story to support my marksmanship.
Let me tell you about the Rock's marksmanship real quick.
Okay.
He shoots a lot of dead bodies.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Very hard targets to hit.
Yeah. A lot of them.
Just laying on the ground?
Yep.
Okay.
They just pop him in the head. Hey, if you were infected,
He can't miss.
You're-
You ain't no mo.
you're still dead.
He doesn't know how to miss a dead body.
Yeah. He's also really good at telling Portman to shut the fuck up.
Okay.
He says it
That's
about
really important.
like 3 or 4 times.
Okay. You didn't do a count?
No.
Okay. You know what? You know what Hobbs is really good at?
All right. Hit me.
He angrily calls women woman.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
It's
I don't know if
super
that's
cool.
I don't like
I
that.
don't know if that's cool.
No, but see the women are cool with it, so it's okay, right?
So, something my RoadRock, is really good at is casually walking away from explosions.
Ooh, how many of those are there?
There's one very memorable one when he
Okay.
defeats Firefly.
All right.
Yeah. He leaves one of fireflies flying near him, takes his detonator, hits that thing without even looking back.
Whoa.
And
You can't
Firefly
look back.
he's gone.
Well,
Disintegrated.
we think if he would have looked back and checked to make sure.
We could see it.
Well, he doesn't know.
Well, sure.
Maybe Firefly got away. That's a very irresponsible way to walk away from. I'm just gonna walk away from this and hope for the best.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like after the scene he might have looked back. But I don't know.
Like he
After the
walks
camera
away, he's not looking, everything clears, and he's like, "Okay, now I actually
All right,
do
now
need
that
to make sure."
now that I
All
did
right.
this cool
Like,
thing,
Now that nobody is watching.
okay, I
we
need
run back
we
and
do
check.
need to make sure he's dead.
Yeah.
This is very important.
right?
All right. So what the fuck are you guys gonna do against this BFG?
Well, look, Hobbs is very clearly immensely strong. Like 200 plus pounds, he can pick you up, no problem. 300 pounds, probably, whatever. That's just another day for him. Throw you across the room. Uses people as weapons all the time.
Yeah. How many demons does he throw across the room?
Well, how much does your demon weigh?
I don't know, but he can be strong enough to
If
bend.
it's under 300 pounds, he's
steel.
got this.
Okay, well, I think it would be if we got in straight fist fight. I think it'd be pretty close. Because
You didn't answer my
He
question
did,
about the
yeah.
BFG.
You just diverted the question completely. How are you getting to him to throw him?
well, here, okay. So maybe I won't throw you, but say I get to you and we have a straight up fist fight. There are multiple times in the Fast and Furious movies where Hobbs gets like what should be a grave injury, like lacerations on the legs and like being stabbed. It's not a fucking problem for him.
What about hundreds of bullets?
Well,
Doesn't get hit by bullets.
Okay.
Well, the BFG is like a giant like plasma ball that'll melt like a 15-foot hole in like the hole of the
rock.
ship.
How effective are dodge rolls?
I mean, Carl Urban dodged one, but he was.
Oh, well, then the fucking rock can
He
do
was
it.
a perfect. He had the C-24 in him.
Oh, he got the
He
super
was
gene.
he was super mode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that just sounds.
So is that
like
just
regular
laying
Hobbs.
around?
Huh?
Is that just laying around for us to grab and use?
You got to talk to Rosamund Pike. I don't know.
Wait,
She's
Hey,
the
hey,
scientist.
Rosamund, can
Is
we get
Carl-
some of that?
Is Carl Urban there too?
No,
Shit,
because
I was
that
gonna get his
betrays the
autograph.
nature of this very real tournament.
Okay, well, I was just gonna
I would
say.
I would have Lady J. I'd have Storm Shadow.
I would have,
have
Destroyer.
Snake Eyes.
Destroyer
Ludacris.
has a giant Gatling gun that he never fires.
Oh wait, speaking of which, there are multiple times that Hobbs uses a Gatling gun.
A Gatling
Well-
gun or a minigun?
It's a minigun that he rips off of a
Sure.
like stealth helicopter.
But a Gatling gun, you got the little crank.
Fine,
That's
no,
it
true.
was one of
That's true.
those.
It's a minigun.
Okay.
It's very much a
Just
minigun.
wondering.
But no,
Clarification.
Destroyer didn't get to use the minigun. The Rock did after Destroyer got destroyed.
I gotcha.
He was the dude that fell in the pit and was swinging the computer around.
Jesus.
If only I was using Storm Shadow, though. He can chop bullets in half.
Well, is he played by The Rock?
He's not. No.
All right.
No.
Yeah, well, we don't talk about him.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about him, but we
But,
can't.
all right, Butler. What do you bring in this fight?
Saw M249.
All right, the trusty old
Just
saw.
bullets and bullets and bullets.
Sounds like a lot of bullets.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what bullets does to Demon Rock because him and Carl Urban agreed to a fucking gentleman's duel, and they take off all their like explosives and shit, and
Clothes
put down
and
their
start
gun,
making out.
and then they just start making out, and it's super hot.
Doom
Yeah.
is such a good movie.
Yeah. I remember that scene. Yeah.
Yeah, super super sweaty.
Anyway.
Sorry, I
reel that in.
had to reel.
We didn't
Take-
have
take
Nick
a
here.
moment.
We
I had
didn't
to-
have Nick here
I
to
had
bring you back.
I had to recollect myself thinking about those sweaty boys. So, all right, we kind of got, what we're working with. Let's go ahead and take a break. We'll be right back. Here we are, everybody, in the winner's circle. We've discussed, we've duked it out in Butler's secret garage HQ, and so the battle's raging. We have this 3-for-all, but really, you guys just fucking ganged up on me, which I'm a little salty about.
You're a demon.
Yeah.
We'll see if you're in on the next podcast. All right, so Butler, what's happening with RoadRock?
All right, RoadRock is in the corner, just getting it with that saw.
Yeah.
Like it's his best tool right now.
Yeah.
He's in a world he's not used to, and there's a demon, and all he knows to do is just shoot bullets at that demon, and he is unrelenting.
Yeah,
His primary objective is get those bullets through that demon.
yeah.
And that's all he's thinking about. That's all he's doing.
Yeah, and then we're going to have Hobbs walk up there. He's like, I got to get you closer. Since he can throw anything he wants, he picks RoadRock up,
Yeah, and
and throws him straight
The Rock
at
picks
Sarge.
up the rock and throws him at the Rock.
And all this time, Roadblock is flying through the air, just screaming
just shooting, getting it. Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then old Demon Sarge, just fires off that BFG. Another big plasma ball right at both of them.
Oh no.
Oh man.
But
But wait. Did you guys hear that?
what the fuck is that?
Is that
That's Hobbs in a car that he brought. And he's barreling straight towards Sarge.
Yeah, right through that RoadRock dust
Vaporization.
goop. Yeah.
Oh. I'm out, guys.
So Hobbs, flying towards Sarge, hits him, and in one fell swoop jumps out of the car, grabs the BFG on the ground. And while that, let's say it's an ambulance, is got Sarge on the front of it barreling through the space station, Hobbs looks back and just fires the BFG one last time.
Doesn't even look if it hits.
Nope.
Just starts to walk away.
Just walks away.
He does have superhuman hearing, so he could probably hear the explosion.
The screams of
the
Sarge.
Screams of
death
Sarge.
knell and everything. And then he says, Daddy's got to go to work.
That wasn't work.
No,
What was this?
no, this was like a
Playtime.
side gig.
He was on his way to work. He just
Yeah.
had to stop off in space to fight a demon.
Yeah. Well, you
Man.
watched the same characters we did. Like you watched The Rock.
Yeah.
That's
Well, that was like
this is just a day in the life.
that was the intro to the 8th Fast and the Furious movie.
Oh, I really
yeah.
need to watch that, man.
No, it was really weird watching this because it was, Roadblock was there, Sarge
Yeah,
was there.
Like, what?
Yeah.
How convenient.
It was done for us. Yeah.
All right, everyone. You two. Not even everyone. It's just you two.
Yeah, it's just
We have
us.
this Rock sitting in a chair next to me.
With a little Nick sticker on it.
Nick sticker. All right, yeah. Hobbs comes out on top because he is.
Superhuman, Superman, Thor, the Hulk, whatever they want to call him.
Yeah.
He's unstoppable.
Yeah, the Rock, the Hobbs, comes out victorious in this very real tournament, free for all with 3 people.
I hope that's the full title.
Yeah,
From now on.
yeah. It's I
TNT.
don't know. I don't know if SoundCloud will allow that full title.
Well,
But-
that just means we got to come up with an abbreviation for it later. So,
Okay, it'll just be like 16 letters.
Yeah.
And hopefully people will get it. Well, all right, everyone. Thank you very much for listening. Hopefully I did a decent job taking over Nick's job because he's not coming back. He's dead.
yeah. Well, wait, he's dead?
Oh, you didn't hear?
Oh, damn.
It's a bad joke. I don't like it.
Well, if he dies, we won't release this or continue this podcast because that's fucked up.
Right.
It'd be a very sad day for him.
Yeah. But all right, everyone. Thank you for listening. If you want to find our episodes, you can hit us up at vrtcast.com. Everything's on there. Everything's on SoundCloud, Very Real Tournament, YouTube, Very Real Tournament, Instagram, VRTcast. Our email, vrtcast@gmail.com. If you want to get in touch with us, give us some feedback. We're shouting into the void. We'd like to know what you think about this podcast. I've
would.
been your host, Joey.
I've been your Zach.
I'm Butler.
And it hasn't just been real. It's been a very real.